Good morning, everyone. It's Kate here from the Spiritual Realm Tea Room, and I have here with me today Catherine, and we are on Spiritual Events Directory, and we are sitting here in my little red wagon, Gypsy Dragon Fae today. So I've not been able to go into the shop for those that know me because I have broken my foot. Anyway, so what we'll be talking about today is I'll be doing the normal readings, okay? But I've got Catherine with me here, and she has got these beautiful mists. And I thought I'd let her talk a little bit about the aromatherapy and the blend side of things. And we'll do some tea leaf readings today, and get out the cards as well too, but we'll be doing that later on, okay? But I'm going to hand you over to Catherine, and she can tell you about these beautiful blends and where you can get them from as well too.
Thanks, Kate. Thank you. We finally got all the technology working. Good morning, everyone. I'm here, I'm from Meditation Miss. You can find us on Facebook, and our website is meditationmiss.com.au. I'm just here to tell you a little bit about the mists, how they came about and how they can help you in everyday life. So basically I created my first mist, which was a space clearing mist, to help my husband, who was working away at the time in FIFO, sleep, because he was always transported around from different places to sleep, and he found it hard to sleep. And a friend of mine told me, why don't you make something up for him? So I did, and he actually could sleep after that. And this same friend then said to me, well, I've got a shop, I'll sell them for you. So I wanted to actually spread the word and be able to help people. I've got 2 small children, and I can't really help people one-on-one at the moment. As you can imagine, my life's pretty busy. So the mists are my way of helping people help themselves. So they're a tool on your journey. And specifically today I've brought in my goddess mists, which have been designed for frazzled mothers, which I am one.
I'm past that now. Mine are all grown up. I've just got one left at home.
Yeah, right. Well, the goddess mist, I think a lot of us need a bit of goddess in our lives. And so this one, the goddess mist, and I'm going to use Kate as a test specimen here. She can tell me how it feels. This one is all about straightening up and flying right. So when you've had everything go wrong, and I often feel, you know the movie The Pirates of the Caribbean, where Johnny Depp is walking out and the ship's blowing up behind him, and he keeps on walking and there's explosions.
Yeah.
That's how I feel when I leave my house, usually to go to work. I have to step over the explosions and just leave it with my husband to deal with. So this one is about actually just straightening up. It's got a beautiful crystal essence called the Isis crystal essence in it. So as we know, Isis is the great mother, one of the great mothers from Egyptian mythology, and the essence of the crystal itself is to really have insight and actually really connect with your own inner goddess. And she is there, even if you feel like she isn't sometimes. I certainly can relate to that. It's got jasmine and geranium essential oils in it. So it actually,
jasmine's my favourite.
Yeah, it really helps with hormonal balancing, and also our hormones can be thrown out of whack when we get stressed out. This will actually help you just get the job done, and then you can have a pity party and, you know, cry about it later. However, this will get you through. So can I spray you?
Oh, that smells divine.
I might just have a little bit. I had a bit of a frazzle all morning myself.
Oh, I'm usually not too frazzled, but I didn't get out of bed until 8:30, and then with my broken foot, I've had to struggle down the stairs.
Oh gosh!
Slide on the floor in here to get
up,
no. to get up on the seat. I'm usually, like, the morning's usually so easy for me.
Yeah,
but
right.
yeah, this morning I am frazzled, and I'm feeling good now.
Oh, good.
Excited.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
But jasmine, for any of those, jasmine is just so beautiful and so uplifting. And we're coming into that time of the year as well too, where jasmine's just about to flower. When I was sliding down the stairs on my bum and I noticed my jasmine plant in front of me, and I thought, oh, it's just about to bloom. And every year I will go out and I will buy a jasmine plant, and I'll put it at the front door so the smell comes through the house.
Yes.
And it is the most uplifting peaceful sensation. I just love it. So do yourself a favour and go down to Bunnings and one of my favourite stores and get yourself some jasmine and leave it sitting at the front door, because honestly, like, it makes you feel wonderful. But in the meantime, check this out. We can use it all year round.
And that's got the jasmine essence in it as well. So it's multi-layered. So the essence will really work on your emotional level. I find the essential oils work on your emotions as well too. However, it brings it into the physical because you can really smell it. But this will actually help deal with the emotional issues out there in your emotional bodies and that sort of stuff. So it's actually helping you solve a problem right now. But it's also working on the background stuff as well too, that sometimes as busy mums, you don't get a lot of chance to, sit down and do yoga or meditate. Sometimes it can be really hard to find that time for yourself, but you need to sort of keep working on your stuff in the background. And so that's where the mists are quite handy, because you do get a bit of an emotional shift for the positive, and then you can catch up on the actual meditation and yoga and all the other healing work you have to do when you actually have time. When you make time.
Sounds wonderful, doesn't it?
So we've got this one as well too, which is the Serene Goddess. So this is for stressed out mamas. And I'm going to spray you with it. I'm just going to coat you in Goddess Mist this morning.
I'm going to feel absolutely wonderful. Even this week, even though I've been in bed this week, it's not been that bad, because I've had people at the shop and I've just been lying in bed eating my strawberries. Watching Netflix, and I've actually had a really good time.
That sounds great.
Yeah, supposed to be doing some painting and catching up on work, but anyway.
So is the universe telling you needed a rest anyway?
Oh yes.
And you had to break a bone for you to get the message?
And
is that what happened?
I feel like a goddess now.
Yeah, right. Well, you're a stress-free goddess now. So see if you like. So these mists too have got really beautiful fragrances. They're very complex. They're just a bit next level in terms of mist. So that one is really about helping to de-stress and also break the patterns, because we've all got patterns of stress, and I know I do. This has got blue fluorite in it, which is a really great crystal. That's the crystal essence in it to break the deep-seated patterns we might have learnt from our parents or bad habits or whatever. So it's working in the background as well too, or making me feel... I just find smelling this one when I'm really stressed out helps me just calm and keep going.
Oh, that is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, and that one's got jasmine in it as well too, but much littler amount. And frankincense. So the last one I'll show you today is the Bohemian Goddess, which is really right where we are at the moment. Purple, it's we're sitting in a gypsy wagon. This is your wagon mist, I think. So this one's about feeling free when you're feeling trapped. So it's about when we get trapped in situations, whether it's a relationship, a job, or in my case, I was at home with small children and felt like I would never leave the Shire again. This mist was created to help the mental side of it. So know that it's temporary. Any entrapment of any kind, whether it's imposed on you or self-imposed, is temporary. And the key to actually getting out of it is to actually feel free. So this helps you feel free. So that's why it's called Bohemian.
I'm ready. Oh, what can I smell in that?
Patchouli.
Yum.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is absolutely beautiful.
So is that your favourite one today?
I like them all. I don't know that I'd actually have a favourite.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I love them all. Yeah, they're beautiful.
Well, it's lucky you've got them in your shop. So
come to the Spiritual Realm Tea Room at 787 Stanley Street, Woollongabba, and you can buy them there.
After you've had a tea leaf reading and a lovely Devonshire tea and enjoyed the atmosphere.
Yeah.
So if there's any questions, you can always feel free to contact me on the website or on Facebook. So thank you to Kate for having me along today.
And you're welcome. Thanks for coming. She got stuck in the traffic too, so a bit frazzled from
I
that.
needed a lot of goddess spray, believe me. And I left that exploding ship at home. Like my 2-year-old had an inland sea. She's got this thing at the moment where she's tipping water on everything. So I look around, there's a giant puddle from somewhere. And then the 4-year-old was crying because her dolls were drowning. And my husband, I think, was hiding in the toilet at one point. And I just said, I've got to go.
You need to make up some mermaid mist.
Maybe I do. And there's an abundance mist coming too, after what we spoke about. There's one in the pipeline.
We're going to have an abundance mix at the shop as well too.
Yeah, very soon. Soon.
And Eclectica have also got this range as well.
Yep, and they're available in Go Vita at. Oh, I should have had all my stockists ready. If you check the website, you'll be able to see all the stockists. So you can find a stockist near you, and if you can't, we can always mail them to you. So there's online ordering as well available.
So go to Meditation Mist for that. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You're welcome. I'm going to just wriggle along and watch from afar.
And you know what we might do is I'm going to make some tea now.
Oh yeah.
So we're going to do tea leaf. I'll do a few readings with the tea leaves, okay? But I've just got to make the tea first. And I should have made that in the beginning, but we were just a little bit out of whack here. Oh, and I haven't got my teaspoon with me. I've usually... No, I don't. Oops. So I'm using my favourite one today, and we put about 1/4 teaspoon in the cup, okay? Now, to learn all about tea leaf reading, you've got my book here, okay? The A to Z of Tea Leaf Reading by Kate Denning. So we're putting about 1/4 teaspoon, oh that's a bit more but that doesn't matter, of the tea leaves in the cup. So that gives us enough that we're going to get enough tea leaves to do the reading, but not too much, okay? I don't put the tea into the pot first, because with the holes that are in the pot, we'd end up having to dig out the tea leaves to do the reading, because you just don't get enough tea. Got our hot water here. So we're just going to... oh, I hope you like peppermint licorice.
I do now.
Okay, well enjoy that.
Thank you.
So we'll have our cuppas while we're chatting. And again, before we get to the tea, have you got a watch on?
No.
No.
Oh, I've got time.
Oh, good. Because last week, here I am, sort of sitting here by myself with all you lovely people, and I went like 15 minutes over.
Oh, right.
And when I first started doing this, I'm thinking, how can I talk for half an hour? Like I'm talking to myself, really. But I'm thinking, now what am I going to do for half an hour? So I'd sat down and I'd written out a list of things that, I wanted to talk about. And then I noticed that half an hour wasn't enough. And now I have an hour and I'm still going over time. I'm a chatterbox. Now, last night, some of you that have been watching me beforehand, I do a lot with E squared and gratitude and creating the life that I want. And you've got to be careful what you ask for sometimes, okay? So I'll go into that in a minute. But how powerful our thoughts are. Now, I've got this little red wagon that I'm sitting in, which did come up for sale, I think it was last June, and I missed out. But I really wanted it. I've wanted a gypsy wagon for so long. And it would have been back in 2015. I've actually got a painting inside that I started, and it was a gypsy wagon, and I was just copying somebody else's thing and trying to paint it myself. And I put myself and my dog and my cat sitting on the stairs of the gypsy wagon. And here I am now in my very own gypsy wagon. Okay, so I had painted it and created it. And I want to say hellos to Sally and Tina and Wendy. Hi, Donna. I wrote some other names down too. I think there was Janelle there and Marie as well too. So welcome everyone. Thanks for coming in and joining us. At the moment we are talking about gratitude and creating things from what we think about and positive thinking. So it's really important that we what we think about, we make sure that it is positive, and it's good for everyone as well too. I wear my gratitude crystals every single day. So that comes from the book The Magic, I think, day 2. So at the end of the day, it's about thinking about what it is that you're grateful for that's happened each day. So when you go to sleep at night time, you are going to sleep with gratitude. So when you wake up in the morning, you should wake up in a better mood. So it's about retraining our brain, reprogramming our brain, okay? So I was saying, like, I've got this wagon and I've painted it into existence. And then back in 2012, I started writing things down, and that was because I'd had a couple of strokes and I couldn't remember things. So I had so many things that were happening, like I was thinking about it and they were happening the same day. And I wanted to like journal this. And when I started the writing this down, it was on the 10th of the 11th, 12th. And that was like the second time I had done a tea leaf reading for myself. And my guides originally taught me. Anyway, from there, I went to the Rendezvous Tea Room and I met Luke, and we became good friends, and he was my mentor and he trained me, and I ran my very first class from there. And with the class I need to write some notes, which has now turned into a book. And I also wrote about the history of the tea leaf rooms. So now I'm actually in the Rendezvous Tea Room, which is now known as the Spiritual Realm Tea Room at Woollongabba. So, you know, our thoughts are really powerful. So I've written that into existence. You know, it was really sad how it came about, because I lost a dear friend back in May. But keeping his dream alive a bit as well too. So anyway, what I wanted to show you today from the, I think I got this one from the E Squared book, and I've also got a page called Magical Blessings, okay, and you can go on there and it's got different things to show you how to, like different experiments that you can do to retrain your brain. The first one being is experiment 1 is for the next 48 hours you are going to put all skepticism aside, all negative thinking aside, and just know in the next 48 hours that something really special is going to come your way, something that you're not expecting, okay? Now I want you to write the time in your diary that it starts. So if we are at 10 o'clock now, then it would be 10 o'clock in 2 days that you would expect that this is going to come about by that time, okay? A lot of the time I find it happens nearly straight away. Now, this is from, you know, the, I think it's the Chinese guy, and he would show you with frozen water, how the water would develop when you projected happy thoughts into it and love, and then how it would form if you projected hate into it and negative thoughts. I forget what his name is, but if you go onto my page Magical Blessings, I've got it in there. And anyway, so when we eat, when we drink, what we want to do is create the positive in our food. Think about where it is that it's come from, and you know, from the garden to the plate, from the time it's gone, like it's been picked and it's gone to the grocery store and it's been packed, and all the people's hands that it's been through. And there's a lot of people out there that are very negative. Oh, Masaru Emoto, I don't
Emoto. Dr.
Emoto. Oh, Dr. Emoto. Thank you very much, Catherine.
I'm good for research.
So it's Dr. Emoto. So check him out and listen to some of his videos and what he says. So I've been having so much fun with it. Not so long ago I did an experiment with rice and water, and with that I had a container that had love on it, one that had nothing on there, and the other one had hate on there. And within a week, the one that had hate on there had so much mold in there, and the love only had a little bit, and so did the one that I totally ignored. So, you know, if I had an upset day, like I'd come into the shop in the morning because I had them in the shop, and I had been given some bad news one day. So I went over to the one that had the hate on there, and I just projected it all into that, and I said that I was so sad and I was so upset and I was so angry, and yeah, it was just amazing like how black it went with the mold compared to the others. So just think about that when you're talking to people and you say something to them that is negative, that is nasty, because we are mainly water, and how, you know, people get sick from it. I had a horrible boss back in, I think, 2009, and I would be scared driving to work, and I literally ended up with Crohn's. My gut was rotting away, and I had to have an operation. So think about what you say to people before it comes out of your mouth, because it's really damaging. I know we shouldn't take on what other people say, because really it's just a projection of what they are, what they're feeling, who they are. But when you've got really sensitive people, and I am really sensitive, it's very damaging. So, you know, I've had to protect myself from people like that, and that's probably why I can't work with people as well. So we want to bless our food. We want to put love into our food and into our water and whatever else it is that we drink, okay? So I've got this bottle here, which has got my crystals in the bottom. Healing, okay, because I need to heal my foot to get back into the shop. And then, I don't know if you can see this, but I've put stickers all around the bottle. And I did this last night, and I have got thank you on there. Now, saying thank you, thank you, thank you 3 times is very powerful. I've got thank you for the happiness, the great health, magic, abundance. So go and get yourself some stickers from a shop and do that. You know, it's so powerful, because that's putting all that powerful positive thoughts into your water as you're drinking it. Okay. Now, what else was I going to do? So get the book E Squared by Pam Grout, or The Magic by Rhonda Bryan. I do have them in at the Spiritual Realm Tea Room in Stanley Street, but you can also get them elsewhere online, okay? Or you can send me a message, and we can do postage as well too, anywhere in Australia. Okay, so that's, go onto the Magical Blessings page and check that out, because it's absolutely wonderful. Now, how are we going with time? Okay, so it is nearly 10 o'clock. So I haven't been following, hang on, I'm going to go through back to the beginning and see who we've got that's coming up here. Janelle, Diane, Margaret, hello everyone, Tina, Sally, Miriam, Donna Joyce, Cara, okay. All right. I'm going to go to Cara first. Now, if you've got a particular question, just let me know. But what I'm going to use my beautiful cards from Eleanor Hammond, okay? And hi, Yasmin. You know, hi, Leanne. Are you saying hi to Leanne? Someone else that's on the page. So, these wonderful cards by Eleanor Hammond, Okay, my first tarot. When I teach tarot, these are the cards that I use. They are so easy to learn from because each card has got messages on there. So depending on where the cards land is to what message you read. And then it's actually got the message up the top of the card of what that card means. So the Fool is about a new journey. It's about jumping in and taking that risk. And I do that all the time and scare the shit out of my husband. And oh my God, like I'd hate to be in his head this week, you know, with me breaking my foot and just opening up a shop and not being able to be in there. And I'm not worried at all because I know that everything will just work out the way it's supposed to. And he's more practical and stable, and he's been in the same job for, I don't know, 13 years.
Oh wow.
And I think like last night he nearly knocked this off the bench, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I paid $50 for this.
Oh wow.
But I didn't tell him how much I paid for it. You pay $50 for a bottle that's got some crystals in there.
That's a very good bottle.
It is, it's beautiful, isn't it? So anyway, these cards here, I met Eleanor the same time I met Luke, and she just absolutely incredible. So you know, like you do your Celtic cross, she's actually got it on one card. So depending on where the card lands is to what box we read, okay? So who did I say I was going to do a reading for? Cara, I don't know if she's still there. Hi Sue, hi Jill. Okay, so Cara, I'm going to pick out one card for you, and we've got the moon, okay? So we know the moon is about maybe you worry a little bit too much. Are you having trouble sleeping? Do you work by the moon? Because if we work by the moon and you follow Alicia Meeks, she will teach you how to work by the moon to make life flow so much easier, okay? But this one here says you're a bit of a dreamer, okay? Are you not enjoying your current work? Now, if we read the top right box, this is about who you are, okay, as a person. So this says you've always been a dreamer and are usually very creative, generous, empathetic, and kind. Now, if we go to the second box down on the right, okay, this is what's happening now. So you have an opportunity to connect with the higher power while seeking clarity. Keep a dream journal for a while. And you know what? When you keep a journal, you never know where that could take you. It could end up into a book. I first started writing this as a journal back on the 10th of the 11th, 12th, okay? And it was about synchronicity. And now my journal is part of a book. So do that. Okay, now the bottom left one is the advice by your guides, okay? And they say it may be time for you to start daydreaming about what your perfect life would be like. Meditate for peace and clarity. So if you're not meditating enough, or if you're not meditating at all, it would be a really good idea that you actually started that. I meditate pretty much every day, and that's been part of my healing journey since 2010. And I find meditation is the best form of medication. And I keep saying that to everyone, but it is amazing how good meditation is. So it helps heal your body, it helps heal your mind. You get a better night's sleep, you make better decisions in the morning. It helps you connect to your higher self, to your source. So when you do that, you will find that your intuition gets stronger and stronger as well too, because it's the basis for working with your you're psychic, okay? Whatever way you want to use it, whatever type of job, you don't need to go into a professional psychic like I do, but you can still use it in your everyday life to help you make decisions. So meditation is just amazing, okay? It's the best thing that you can actually do for yourself. So I hope that has helped you, Cara. Okay, let's find somebody else. Let's see who's next. Divine Timing by Donna. Will we be moving in the next 12 months for the highest good? Okay, let's see, Donna. Divine Timing. Obviously that's the name of your business, is it? Okay, so for you, we have got the Emperor. So it's about making your decision. Do you keep second guessing yourself? And you, how do I put this? Yeah, stop second guessing yourself. When you make a decision about something, just do it. Stop procrastinating, okay? I don't know why I need to say that to you, but yeah, you need to stop procrastinating, because if you do that, it's not going to happen. I'm not getting any timeline here for you, but you need to take control of this situation yourself. You need to start, okay, so it's saying like managing the family, the business, the money, you'll be in control. Okay, this could be that you're trying to control the situation too much as well too. Now, in saying that, it's pushing for something that maybe is not ready to happen this year. So when we're trying to control things ourselves as well too, then our guides will come in and they will give us a good kick up the backside, okay, like I've just had. So you've got to learn a little bit of self-control as well too. I'm going to pull out another card and see if it gives us anything else, okay? And why don't I get like, I feel like you're skating on thin ice at the moment. Yeah, maybe it's you need to be careful with your decision making at the moment. But yeah, that's a message that I'm getting. It's like you're skating on thin ice at the moment, so you do need to be careful. Now, I've pulled out the Two of Cups, and up the top it does say you've got the ability to be able to move, okay? So it's more about opening up. It's opening up to new ideas as well too, okay? Because you could be too rigid in where it is that you want to go, what it is that you want. Maybe you need to sort of expand on that a little bit, expand the mind and be open to more possibilities, okay? Because I just think you're being too focused on one area, and maybe you sort of need to look outside of that as well too, okay? So I hope that helps. Okay. Oh, okay, Janelle, I haven't seen you. I'll go back onto Magical Blessings and I'll have a look and I'll accept you, okay? All right. Let's see what we've got here. Sophie. Did I do one for Sophie? No. Oh, Sonia. Sonia, sorry. Okay, Sonia, what have we got here for you? We've got 8 past. I'll go to the tea leaves shortly. Okay, Sonia. It's saying that you could be having difficulties at the moment with personal items or money. Okay, so needing to make improvements to your life. So you're having to be more diligent about things, more diligent about what it is that you are spending your money on, looking at, I've just been told that you need to prioritize what I do when I'm paying my bills, rather than waiting for the electricity bill to come in and paying it as a whole. I pay $25 a week, which usually puts me in credit, okay? I do that with the rates, I do that with the phone, I pay weekly. So looking at doing something like that. So I don't know if you're having some problems with that, but that's what it's showing up for me. And this could be messages for others as well too. So for anyone else that's listening, just remember, like, all our energies are together, and this is a reading for everyone as a whole as well too. But it's saying, like, you're managing well in life, but maybe not expanding to your full potential, okay? So you need to get out there a little bit more and learn a little bit more, okay? Now, let's have a look at Catherine. So we're going to do a reading for Catherine, okay? Okay. And it's also going to resonate with one of you as well too. So what I want you to do, now we want to leave enough liquid in here that it's going to be enough to give it a swish around, but not too much. When we turn it over, it's going to fall out. So I'll get you to give that a swish around for me. And then you're going to turn it upside down on your saucer. Now, the next thing that you're going to do is turn your cup around 3 times anti-clockwise. Now, this brings us some past and some confirmation. And when you stop, you're going to have the handle facing towards your heart. Now, you can learn how to do this yourself by getting this book here, The A to Z of Tea Leaf Reading. It tells you exactly what to do in there, and it only costs you $20. So we've done that. Now I want you to tap on it 3 times, and this brings through our spirit guides and our ancestors for any messages they may have for us.
Okay.
Now this is my way of doing mediumship as well too, okay? So I like to be able to show people what it is that I'm seeing. So last week I did a reading for a lady, and her son had passed away, and in the cup I could see someone in uniform, and there was a Sherman tank there. Okay, so this guy's in an army uniform. So me, like, I just go back to like World War I, World War II. That's when you would usually see that stuff. Her son was actually in the army, and he drove a tank. Oh wow! So it was literal, and he was just letting her know that he was there. So we get messages like that sometimes. Okay, now you're going to turn it over. I've got to wet my mouth a bit. Okay. So what we're going to do now is look for symbols, and each symbol has got a meaning, and it's universal. So you can use this for like looking crystal balls, looking at the clouds, patterns on tiles on the floor. But what I might do actually is I'll give Catherine the book, and we have got a frog here. So it's in alphabetical order, so if you go and look for frog and see what that means.
Fertility? No, that's not what it means. Not in the literal sense.
When we talk about fertility and pregnancy, yes, it can be business stuff as well too.
This is business.
So it's about new business coming in.
My husband will faint, and it's no. Our spots are full. We're full. Abundance, transformation to beauty. Your prince. Something good will happen in spring. Well, spring's right around the corner. I like the sound of that.
Okay. All right, then we have got, I'm just trying to, now this is something that I've not seen before. We've actually got a new hatchling. We've got a bird coming out of a shell.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so usually the nest is about being there for your family and looking after your family, okay? And you've got little ones around, and it can be a new one coming in. But this is actually something new. So you are about to create something new, which is going to give you that abundance.
Lovely.
Okay. So I'm going to come up here and see if you can see that. So just there, I've got the bird just breaking out of its shell. Okay. Then just here is the frog on a little lily pad. Okay. Now also too, what I see, you might see something totally different. I remember running a class one time, and usually I would say to the people that are there, write down the symbols that you see. And I forgot to say that. And all of them, because I get them to pass their cups around to the person next to them, and all of them actually picked up stuff psychically. And what they came out with was just absolutely incredible.
Yeah, right.
So I have to be careful. Yeah, so it's what you're picking up as well too. So if thoughts come into your head, okay, write that down as well too, because that's going to mean something special to the person. It might not mean anything to you, but the person that you're reading for, you just never know. So this could be the new abundance spray.
I was thinking that. That's my hatchling.
Okay. All right, now we've got here a house, and then to the side, I don't know if you've got some 2 sheds there.
1 shed.
Well, I'm wondering if you're actually needing some more storage room for something.
Right.
Are you wanting to maybe create some, like another area for yourself, for your work area?
I would love a space for myself. I would love that. So that's there.
Yes, yep. So I'm seeing that new area. So you've got your husband's got his
He's
shed.
got his man cave. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm actually seeing something out there for you.
Oh, lovely.
You know what I was just seeing? You know when you go through Facebook and you see those cute little adult cubby houses?
Right. I would love one of them. We've got enough trees, so it's a tree house.
So yeah, I see you needing something like that for your work area.
Desperately.
Okay.
Yep.
So put it out there and manifest it. Okay. Do you work with manifestation?
Yes, I do.
Yep. Now I'm also seeing here too a car with, now I wanted to say a trailer, but I'm seeing more of one of those pop-up caravans.
Okay.
Okay. Are you planning on doing a trip?
Look, at some point in the future we'd love to do that. I think when the girls get a bit bigger though. But it's on the cards. It's definitely on the cards.
Okay. You're not moving, are you?
No, not at this point in time.
Sometimes when you see the house in the cup, that can mean like moving. If it's not moving, it can be like renovations and doing something in the house as well too.
We're always doing that. So
Always doing renovations. But yeah, anyway, so I'm seeing the car with towing something, whether it be like one of those fold down caravans. But that's what I'm picking. Now that would also represent like doing a little bit of travelling, but not going too far.
Yep.
Okay. And camping.
Yeah, right. Cool.
Camping. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that down the bottom. Down in that area down there. Okay, and when we turn this around, which way was it? Okay, around this way, we've got the house, and I was seeing the 2 sheds in there. All right.
So the car towing something, could that represent maybe a dump trip? Because my husband needs to go to the dump with a trailer full of crap.
Oh, yes.
If he's listening, that's a hint. It's in the tea leaf.
Have you been hassling him for a while about it?
Oh, look, it's an ongoing thing. We've got a lot of stuff to clear in the yard, so there's always a dump trip on the go. Hopefully he'll think that's funny too.
Okay. Oh, now we've got a key here as well too, and an igloo.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So have a look and see what the key means. I don't think I'm going to have an igloo in the book though.
Ooh.
So there's the key there, and there's the igloo there. Hi Tracy.
Okay.
Hi Sheena. Hi Diane.
Key to a solution. Puzzle will soon be solved. New opportunities. Doors opening. New home.
Maybe you can win lotto.
Maybe. I was thinking maybe the igloo is iciness. I'm going to get when I go home for telling my husband to go to the dump online. No, the igloo's not there. What can that mean? Maybe we're going somewhere.
So somewhere cold.
Somewhere cold, maybe. Yep, no, it's not in the book. That's a new one.
And does the igloo mean anything to you?
Not particularly.
No.
Well, there's no personal connection there.
Sometimes when we see something in the cup and we can't find the meaning for it, Google is great. Go onto Google and you can say, what does igloo mean in a tea leaf reading? If it's an animal, it can be like what your spirit guide is. Okay. So while she's looking that up, I am going to go to typo. Oops, typo have not gave. Okay. Any chance? Okay, so I am going to go to Sheena now. Let me finish this. Now, I can still do tea leaf reading for you, even though you haven't drunk the cup yourself. So just one moment. I love that tea.
It is nice, actually. Well, this isn't really the meaning. However, it's a lovely saying. It says it's possible to move a mountain by carrying away small stones. And a Chinese proverb says, may you have warmth in your igloo, oil in your lamp, and peace in your heart.
Oh,
Isn't that
I love
beautiful?
it. Oh, okay. So you need to copy and paste that and send it to me.
Sure thing. That is lovely.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yep. But we'll say that again. This one here?
Yep.
So, for the igloo, it is possible to move a mountain by carrying away small stones. Chinese proverb, may you have warmth in your igloo, oil in your lamp, and peace in your heart. I love it.
That's great, isn't it?
Love it. Okay, so giving it a bit of a swish. How are we going for time?
10:22.
So we've got 8 minutes. Turn it around to the left 3 times. Okay, so that brings through our past and some confirmation for us. Tap it 3 times and that brings through our spirit guides and our ancestors for any messages they may have for us.
Oh, that's me sending you the message. Sorry.
It just popped up on the screen. Oh, that was funny. Okay. I've got a dancing teddy bear, and it reminds me of those poor bears overseas. Now, that makes me think that you're the type of person that you've got big concerns for the protection of animals. You know, a bit like, what is it, you call it, sea shepherd. And, yeah, about rescuing animals. I don't know if you do anything like that, or if you're involved in any way, but I don't know, that just seems to be something that's very important to you, is the protection of people and animals that can't defend themselves. Maybe there's someone around that you're worried about as well too. But I'm also seeing, now I don't know if you've been to any Asian countries, but you know the the hats that they wear out in their rice fields, those sort of cane flat hats. So I don't know if you're going to go to an Asian country for a holiday or you've just been. This actually looks more like in the past because it's on the left hand side from the handle. And then I've got two people that are coming through from the past as well too. Now I want to say they're a bit like a Nana and Grandpa figure, and I'm just seeing like these two people like working really hard. It's like Grandpa's got his overalls on and Nana's got her apron on, and they're just like your average hard-working people, and they're coming through. And there's also a pot of tea there as well. And I'm just feeling like these people that were in your life, these grandparent type figures, they were there whenever you needed someone to go to. And, you know, they'd sit around, they'd talk to you, and I'm feeling like you've lost that because it's something that's showing from the past. And there's also a white rose there as well too. So the white rose is about purity of love, and sending love to you too. So I'll show you that here where I'm seeing that. We've got these two people sitting here. There's the old man in his overalls, the lady in her with her white apron on, and then we've got the pot of tea there, and this way I can't see the rose, but the rose was just in that area there as well too. So just know that these people are around, and they're still there. You can still sit there and talk to them, okay? They're listening, and they're there helping guide you, okay? So set up a seat for them at the table, okay? And sit around and talk to them like you used to. Yes. So you're welcome, Sheena. So I'm guessing you know you're a vegan. Oh, okay. So there's the protection with the animals. Yes, definitely. So I hope you enjoyed that. Okay, so we don't have any more tea leaves now. How long have we got?
4 minutes.
We've got 4 minutes. Okay, so I'm at the Spiritual Realm tea shop. I would love to see you in there. It's 787 Stanley Street, Woollongabba. I just reopened it about 6 weeks ago. I won't be in there this week because I've got to go back to the hospital today and go and get a new cast on my leg. Oh, that was probably the thing I needed to bring up too, is about be careful what you want, okay? So when I first opened the shop and I had an agreement with my friend, I said, if you want me to reopen this shop, number one, I need the money because I didn't have the money, and number two, I don't want to be there all the time. I want it to be able to run on its own, and I want to, you know, I've got my students, I run my classes, and I want to be there to help other people as well too. So, you know, it's a hub where you can come to meet like-minded people, and it's a gathering place, the rendezvous tea room, okay? So it's about meeting your friends there, like-minded people. So I said to Luke, I don't want to be there all the time, okay? Well, the place is just amazing. I love the energies there. And I got all caught up with it, being there, and even after hours, like when the doors were closed, I wasn't going. And I think, okay, well, I'd be running a class or doing this particular day. I was going out in my little gypsy wagon, Gypsy Dragon Faye, to go and do a party up at Bribey. And I'm really sorry, Tamara. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to pull out this thing which I'd taken to the shop, and I'm going to have a quick nap, and then I'll be right to drive up to Bribey. So instead of coming home to have a rest, because I wouldn't have had time anyway, I thought, you know, I'll just have a nap at the shop. So here's me, I was starting to sleeping in the shop. And then I missed the back step, okay? I was not meant to be there. I was meant to be doing my own thing as well too. I want to go around to shops promoting this. I've got it in at Eclectica in at West End. Who else I've got? There's Kelly, she's at, oh, it's a cute name, she's named it after her children. Minnie and Rose at Contaft. Have you been down to Chameleon New Age Salon down the Gold Coast? Oh my God, that place is amazing. So I want to get out and start doing workshops. Well, I've already been doing workshops at other people's shops and promoting my book and talking about that. Going on the radio. So this was meant to happen for me to do that, and then I've been organising other people to be in at the shop. So I've got a lovely young man starting there next week. So come into the shop. I'm not always going to be there, but I still do readings here as well too. The Ricefield I had a spirit guide come to me during meditation who was a Japanese man with one of those hats on. He gave me information. Awesome, thank you. You are welcome, Sheena. Okay, so I'm going to do one more quick reading. You seem to have a few spirit friends around you. Yes, I definitely do. I'm making sure I'm taking care of myself. So be careful what you say and what you think. Yes, I'm not meant to be at the shop all the time. Okay, so this one is going to be for all of us for the week. Okay, so we've got the 4 of Staves. So the 4 is about that security. It's about having the 4 walls around us. It's about being practical. Okay, so peace and happiness after a move takes place. That's my move into the shop.
Yes.
Sorry, it's all about me. No, it's about all of us, okay? Moving in together, happy times. Small projects, take small and restful breaks from life. Yeah, it is about
It's about
me.
you.
I told you, it's all about me. Okay, so if we go to the bottom right, okay, and that is what the current future's coming up for us. It says, you're heading towards a time of great inner peace, romance and calm. Life is improving daily. Stay calm and be happy. So, happiness to you all. Be careful what you think about, okay? And make sure it's for your highest good. Have a lovely week, everyone. And if you've got any questions, I'll put my phone number up at the top of this page, and you can go to the Spiritual Realm Tea Room Facebook page and see what events that we've got coming up. My next class that I'm running for tea leaf reading is on Saturday the 7th of September. Tonight, hopefully, all goes well at the hospital, I'm going down to Currumbin RSL, and I've got a stall down there, and David Laws and Peter Williams will be doing a live, you know, like a John Edwards thing. And oh my God, the guys are both fantastic, absolutely awesome. So I'll be down there tonight, and then on Saturday, I'll be down at the Gold Coast Expo, and they've asked me to bring my wagon down there. It's very exciting. So I'll be down there, and I will have my book on me. I will also have Eleanor's cards on me as well too.
And you have mists on you.
Yes, and I shall take these beautiful mists with me as well. I've gone over time like I usually do, but only 3 minutes this time, so I better get off to make sure the next person can come on. So everyone, have a magical week. Blessings to you all. Bye.
Bye.